What's up, my peoples? Welcome back to another video from Criminal Minded Reactions. It's your boy Pieces of J, coming at y'all with another one. Alright, y'all know I got a lot of interest if y'all been following my channel in the YSL case. I've been paying close attention to it, so I've been getting as much information as possible. Now I'm from Chicago, but in the case it's happened in Atlanta, but it's pretty much the biggest case in recent years, so there's a lot going on. So I'm taking in any and every information from everywhere. So I got a video titled Young Thug's Rough Beginnings and the Formation of YSL. This is from Trap Lord Ross. I believe he's English, British. I want to say British. He be breaking down a lot of videos, stuff that's going on, a lot of criminal related stuff with rappers out here, all the stuff on the internet. So I don't know how y'all feel about that, but I want to check this video out real quick with y'all, man. Let's roll.
Young Thug is truly one of the most unique and talented rappers of the last 10 years. Endlessly creative, his enormous catalogue is packed wall to wall with bangers. Coming from the slums of Atlanta, making some of the greasiest trap music imaginable, over the course of a decade-long career, Young Thug ascended from the gutter, going clear and becoming a full-blown pop star. #1 hits with Camila Cabello, Travis Scott and Drake have all cemented him as one of the most reliable hit-making guest features over the past few years, putting him well on his way to his personal goal of having 10 #1s.
This year I want 10 #1 singles. If you don't freestyle and you actually work on the singles and record great choruses and develop your songs, yes.
However, behind the iconic hitmaker is a harsh upbringing in some of the meanest streets of Atlanta. In fact, when Sway asked Young Thug where he was from, he had an interesting answer.
Where did you come from? Like, what is your background? Like, you...
Man.
Okay, what's
Man,
you got, hey Thug, you gotta, you know, you
man,
do
we
that.
came from the streets.
Okay.
I'm talking about like goddamn.
Yes, Thug says that he is truly from the streets, having been shot at and being the shooter.
I don't got shot.
That's crazy. I know Chicago get a lot of news, publicity, and media, but Atlanta's doing that thing too. Not saying no back and forth like they better, we better, and vice versa. It's just, man, any area with a majority of black population, it's gonna be a little rough around the edges, man. It just happens like that, man. And they police us harder. We are more accessible to property, all that stuff. But yeah, Atlanta doing its thing. I mean, you know, not good or bad, but a lot of stuff happening in Atlanta. Let's just say that.
You know, everything that happened, it done been both ways. Robbed, killed, you got shot, stole, you know, everything. All those people.
And sure enough, here Thug is, in the trenches before the fame, toting straps, wiping his nose, and teaching infants how to throw up the blood sign.
Right now in the trenches, keep pistols. Oh, like you bitches. You know all day, nigga. Wipe your nose, nigga. Nose. Wipe yeah. Fine, nigga. Big B. Big B. Little baby rolling B.
So, Thug really did come up in these streets. But what streets specifically? Well, Thug himself...
Yeah, I hate that, Joe. No offense to anybody else, but I hate that. As a man's father, I have 3 sons. I don't want to introduce them to no BS, bro. That ain't cool. I used to think that stuff when I was a shorty, and then when I started having kids, that stuff went out the window. I'm not doing that with my kids or that ain't cool. I hate that. I hate that with a passion. Ain't no way around it. I hate that.
Originally hails from the Jonesboro South projects, which were actually demolished in 2008. Young Thug described the slum-like project where he comes from in a Fader interview as nothing but roaches and rats. In fact, Thug has even referred to the area where he grew up as Little Haiti or just Haiti due to its crumbling resemblance to the developing nation of Haiti, with Thug even making a track called Haiti Slang and actually naming one of his own daughters Haiti. But even more significant in his music is nearby Cleveland Avenue, which intersects with Jonesboro Road, and thanks to Thug, over the years has become one of the most famous streets in Atlanta trap music. So according to Thug, Jonesboro Road and the surrounding areas are so rough they resemble an undeveloped economy. And with all that in mind, it's no surprise that Cleveland Avenue has been a gang stronghold for several decades. Sometimes referred to as Bleveland Avenue due to its long-running association with the Blood Gang, who famously replaced the letter C with B, you know, because they hate Crips so much. And Young Thug has apparently been associated with the Bleveland Avenue Bloods from way back. Hell, if anything, it looks like Young Thug really boned up on his blood homework, because he's known to throw up so many blood hand signs in quick succession that it might as well be sign language.
Now they got chit chat. She got rabies. More that chit chat they got hood ones.
If you about that life, that's all you know, boy. When you really deep down into it, that's how it is in Chicago. When you root it, And that's what you know everything about it, good or bad. So it's a lot of cats. That's all they know. That's all they gonna talk about. Every word gonna be about gang them, lead. Man, it's gonna be whatever you're around, everything's gonna be about it, man. And it's a dedication, but I just hate how people dedicate so much to negativity, Joe. Don't get me wrong, always defend yourself, but that stuff, man, we gotta get better, man. That's overall, we gotta get better.
The specific crew of Cleveland Avenue Bloods, who run the block that Thug comes from, is a crew by the name of Raised on Cleveland, abbreviated to ROC, or the Rock Crew. Sometimes it's restylized as RO5, once again replacing the C because they're Bloods, with other alternative acronyms for ROC being offered by Thug in an early Fader interview, including Rich Off Crime or Ready on Command. Basically, these are some serious Atlanta goons who are not to be played with. In fact, a 2011 bust on the Raised on Cleveland gang saw for the first time part of their operation exposed for the whole world to see, with US Marshals and an Atlanta police gang unit conducting a major sting operation on the gangbangers in Cleveland Avenue and the surrounding areas. This operation took 8 alleged members off of the streets, along with the seizure of 2 cars, $10,000 in cash, 4 guns, and drugs apparently worth 50 racks. Now, it's not quite a BMF level operation, but it's certainly proof that the criminal underworld of Cleveland Avenue is definitely active when it comes to trapping. And this is the environment that Young Thug and his team came up around. In fact, old videos of the Rock Crew chilling on their block around 2009 still circulate on YouTube today, showing Young Thug running through the streets of Atlanta, surrounded by his homies back when he used to go by the name Lil Jeff, showing off his unusually fashionable hood drip and clowning his homeboys for secretly photographing his unusual white boy swag fits.
King of white boy swagging, right? Stand on one time, let just let lady folks see what you're doing now.
Straight out the goddamn. Brought out right here, man. You know what I'm saying?
Ah, you check him out now.
That's what he does.
He's ahead of the time. Everybody doing that.
You know what I'm saying?
In fact, in a kind of unusual uniting feature, it would appear that the Rock Crew would all identify themselves by wearing matching Rockefeller jeans.
Playing shit with the Rock Republic motherfuckers, you hear me, man?
Let my boy Lil D get on there. What you call the Will Time of the dish?
He scored 100%.
Anyway, Young Thug and his affiliate
That's just crazy. Technology is crazy, and that was years ago. That's what sucks. When you put it out there, boy, you put it out there to these airways, anybody can pull up. But of course, you already know them court cases, and in them courts, they all pulling all this stuff up. That's to say, they hate on bro, on Trap Law for doing this, but it's out there. So don't record it. Like, you don't never know what's gonna happen. You don't never know what tomorrow brings. That's why, boy, I'll be cautious in front of them cameras. I ain't gonna lie to you.
have gone on to pay homage to the Raised on Cleveland crews in music. YL Stunner had a project called Raised on Cleveland, Lil Keed had a whole mixtape series titled Trapped on Cleveland, and there's a number of interviews with Young Thug early in his career where he discusses being part of the rock crew, describing it as more like a family or even a religion. Now at a certain point, the rapping guys from Cleveland Ave started referring to themselves as YSL rather than the rock crew. Now, if you ask the Atlanta police what YSL stands for, they would say Young Slime Life, an official set of the Bloods in Atlanta. But if you ask Young Thug, especially on camera, he'll tell you that YSL is his record label, Young Stoner Life. A totally legal enterprise that he uses to legitimately, as he says, hire hundreds of members of his own family. In fact, in a since-deleted Complex article titled Inside the Snake Pit, The Rise of Young Thug's YSL Label, Young Thug explains how YSL operates unlike any other label in the music industry and is in fact a genuine family. Now in this long, rambling and kind of strange article, we don't get that much of a substantial explanation as to how YSL conducts their operations very differently to any other record label, other than the fact that Young Thug seems hell-bent on giving legitimate jobs to his friends and members of his immediate family by the dozens. The article did go on to explain that after his 2014 single Stoner picked up steam in the industry, Young Thug got on the radar of big-time rap label 300. Now at a certain point, talk of Thug getting his own record label came about, and weirdly, when it came to setting up his label, one of the only questions Thug really had for senior decision makers was how many people have you made a millionaire? Thug would actually go on to say that he wanted to use his YSL label as a vehicle to make all of his friends and family millionaires. So he went on to sign his day one friend.
That's why people ride with him. That a lot of people don't go in there and do that. A lot of people about themselves. Gotta give them credit to that. Hey, how many people are you making millionaires? That's cool. I have to be honorable. And I see that's what people got love from. I know it's two sides to every coin. I know it's a lot of stuff going on both sides. So that doesn't, you know, if he's guilty, that doesn't take away the wrongs he did. If he's guilty, you know, you're innocent to proven guilty. But I respect that part of his, you know, establishing what he was trying to do.
Gunna and Lil Duke, later on with the likes of Lil Keed, Lil Got It, and Yak Gotti joining the label, along with a number of other signees who aren't really that relevant yet. Now that article goes on to repeatedly describe YSL as a family, and most importantly going on to suggest that at this point, they don't engage in any extracurricular activities. Now to me, this would suggest that the YSL movement represented Young Thug's genuine efforts to create a legitimate business, putting on all of the people he grew up with, taking them away from the risks of the streets or crime for good, with Thug using the enterprise to provide as many opportunities for those under his wing as he possibly could. Apparently YSL has a massive compound in LA called the Snake Pit, with multiple studios where YSL artists can pull up and record at any time. So YSL is a family, not dissimilar to how Thug kind of described the rock crew as a family or religion back in 2013. It's a really good thing that Thug's doing for his people.
Dots,
but again, the question still remains. What makes YSL so special? Why does YSL stand out? Well, actually, the thing that seemed to have made YSL such a standout act in hip-hop over the past few years is really how they pioneered the use of certain gang lingo in their music. Because if you know Young Thug and his songs, you probably know his lingo. One of the most popular catchphrases that Young Thug and his YSL movement are known for saying is slime. This is the word that Young Thug popularized in a lot of his songs, which can mean your friend, for example, you know, that's my friend, that's my slime, but the word slime can also mean a member of the Bloods. It can also mean to be slimy and untrustworthy, like a snake, and while you're there, slime can also be used interchangeably to mean kill or hurt. For example, we have to slime the ops down. Now, the use of the phrase slime is traditional blood gang lingo, originally associated with...
And all of this is on the internet, what we be telling y'all, boy. He got all this, he don't even stay in this country, and he's able to find all this stuff. That's why the power information is incredible, but it could be your biggest strength and weakness at the same time, bro.
Vado and the New York Bloods, but Vado wasn't the first to use it. In fact, the likes of Noriega had been using it on tracks since 2002, including the intro track Hit Me Slime from his God's Favorite album, where we even hear Queensbridge legend Nas calling Nori Slime too. So, being a Blood straight out of Cleveland Avenue, the word slime was apparently part of Young Thug's lexicon from an early age. But Young Thug seemed to be the first person, at least in the modern music industry, to make this slime blood lingo a big part of his persona. In fact, if you know Young Thug's catalogue well, you'll know that the majority of the imagery and artwork that surrounds his music is all slime and snake themed. Thug would actually later go on to tell Sway in an interview that he felt he found the secret formula when he realized that he was the first rapper to popularize the use of the phrase slime.
No, slime is like, it's like, I never seen no one in the rap game that really named themselves or been so-called slime.
Now, Thug explained to Sway that the meaning of the phrase slime was to mean untrustworthy.
Xing out. It's like, okay, you and me best friends, me and you hit a lick, we get 20,000, I cuff 10,000 and be like, it's only 10, you know, just like slimy.
Slimy,
Like, slimy.
But he also enthusiastically denied it being a gang term.
So that's not a gang term or nothing?
Nah.
No?
A gang?
Gang, G-A-N-G, yeah, gang.
No.
Okay, I'm just saying.
The thing is, there's not actually that much consensus on the exact meaning of slime amongst the YSL crew. Lil Got It defined slime as another name for the YSL crew themselves.
Slime, YSL. You know, slime, no stone like, you know, successful like, you know what I'm saying? Folks be saying, folks on me, big YSL, like, they slime like.
But Got It also denied slime was a gang, once again echoing Thug's earlier comments that the YSL team are a family.
We slime, I don't know about the other niggas, but we slime. This YSL shit is a family. Not no gang, none of that, it's a family.
But anyway, the phrase slime found its way into numerous early big songs of Thug's, and in some cases entire songs being based around the phrase, like the track Slime Shit, featuring YSL affiliates Pee Wee Roscoe, Lil Duke, and Yak Gotti. But as well as slime, there's another catchphrase that the YSL crew made popular and has since made its way all the way around the world. And that one is SLAT, which has apparently been explained as an acronym for Slime Love All the Time, a catchphrase that has been used regularly as an ad-lib amongst Young Thug, YSL rappers, and even beyond. At a certain point, the SLAT ad-lib became so popular, you can catch any number of famous rappers from Roddy Ricch, Lil Uzi Vert to YNW Melly using the song, which to me is just more proof of how powerful Young Thug and the YSL slime SLAT movement has become in modern rap culture. But what does SLAT even mean? Well, Lil Got It explained that SLAT was actually a slime greeting and farewell, like hello and goodbye.
Slack, that's a greetings or, you know what I'm saying, a farewell, like leaving, you know what I'm saying, slack.
And I tell you what, at a certain point, Thug's comments about YSL being a religion really start to ring true, because in one of the most cult-like practices of the YSL crew, apparently upon joining the label, all signees are required to receive a slat tattoo on their nose-wiping finger. Because we can't forget that other catchphrase popularized by Young Thug and his YSL goons, wipe his nose, a slime-affiliated term associated with killing. E.g., we had to wipe that op's nose, a phrase which can be heard as early as 2014 on the Metro Thuggin' track, The Blangwich. So anyway, that's the YSL crew, their complex background, history, and language. So I hope you can fully understand and appreciate where Young Thug and his YSL crew are coming from. As Thug said, YSL is more like a family than a record label. Problem is, as members of the family grow up and make that transition from the streets into the legitimate music industry, unfortunately, those street beefs can still come back to haunt you.
Alright, child, that is it. Hey, man. People hate on Trap Lord Ross, but he be breaking stuff down. It's all public information. That's all I'm gonna say. It's all out there. I just learned a lot. I can't knock it for it. I just learned a lot about it. Didn't know none of this stuff. And I was incarcerated when Young Thug came up, so I didn't get to see his uprising. I just got out and he was the dude. So I learned a lot, man. Hey, if y'all made it this far in the video, oh, real quick, but of course I'm gonna link this down in the description. And link this channel. You guys should check it out. He got videos on, of course, he got a lot of Chicago videos, of which I want to check out a couple of those too. And he got a bunch of clips. This his main channel. He got like 3 channels. But check him out though if y'all get a chance, man. But if y'all made it this far, man, I appreciate y'all. Hit that like and subscribe. I'm out, yo, man. Peace.